Hi everyone, it's Hayley Strutt here. Today we're going to continue to explore different types of autobiographical narratives. What we will be looking at today is song lyrics as a form of autobiographical and biographical storytelling. This links in nicely to our larger unit on autobiographical narratives. And through viewing and sharing other people's stories, we can gain some great ideas for our own storytelling. I'm sure you've all heard and enjoyed a song which has a storytelling element to it. Today I'll provide some examples of songs which contain true stories, according to the artist. These stories are portrayed through the lyrics, the music, and the visuals. These examples are songs written about real events from the musicians' lives. So let's have a look at some examples of autobiographical songs. First we have Alive by Pearl Jam. This song tells the story of a young Eddie Vedder, who's the lead singer of Pearl Jam, and the moment he found out that the man he believed to be his father was in fact not his biological father, who had actually died when he was 13 before Eddie got a chance to get to know him. There's Lose Yourself by Eminem. As some of you may know this song from the movie 8 Mile, which is based on Eminem's life. The song is from the point of view of the main character of the film, which is essentially Eminem himself. And he talks about the stress of performing for a crowd and the realities of living in poverty. Coat of Many Colours by Dolly Parton. This was a true story about a coat that her mother made for her from rags. Dolly also grew up in a very poor household, and when she wore the coat to school, it resulted in bullying from the other children. The song inspired a book and a movie as well. We've got Rehab by Amy Winehouse, which talks about her refusal to attend a rehabilitation centre to treat her problems with severe alcohol addiction, which sadly caused her death around 5 years after the song came out. Today I thought we could have a look at an Australian song, Took the Children Away by Archie Roach. This song is based on Archie Roach's own life experience of being part of the stolen generation, which was the enforced separation of First Nations children from their families. What we can do is to firstly read the lyrics to the song, then listen to the song, and then watch the music clip. And in our workbooks, we can record our initial thoughts on the song and how these three modes can possibly change how the story is interpreted by us. So the main points I want you to consider when reading, listening, and watching the song are: what makes you believe this is a true story? It may be the emotion in their voice, for example, or lyric choice. Which element do you feel works best? So does watching the visual of them performing the song add or take away from the lyrics? Quite often when stories are verbalized or made visual, they can be more engaging. That's because a multimodal approach contains multiple ways of getting the story across. You may, of course, disagree with this and think that the lyrics alone speak louder than the auditory or visual components. Here is Took the Children Away by Archie Roach. Now we will look at Archie explaining the story behind his song. His song has been made into a book with illustrations by his late wife, Ruby, who was also a part of the stolen generation. Having your autobiographical song made into a book indicates some pretty strong songwriting and powerful lyrics. Next, we're going to have a look at biographical songs. Biographical songs can be about a true story from an onlooker's viewpoint or an event in history, rather than something that actually happened to the artist, as is the case with an autobiographical song. There are many, many examples of biographical songs, and here are just a few. Ohio by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, a song addressing the shootings of 4 university students while they were protesting the Vietnam War. Hurricane by Bob Dylan. This song chronicles the wrongful imprisonment of the boxer Reuben Hurricane Carter, The song inspired a movie of the same name. Coal Miner's Daughter, Loretta Lynn. This autobiographical song reflects the hardships of growing up in rural Kentucky. The song inspired a film about her life. I Don't Like Mondays by the Boomtown Rats. This song is sadly about a school shooting in San Diego in 1979. Bob Geldof has said he regrets co-writing the song because it brought a lot of unnecessary attention to the event. Vincent by John Denver, about the artist Vincent van Gogh. And Paul Kelly's From Little Things, Big Things Grow, written with Kev Carmody and telling the story of Indigenous Australians' struggle for land rights and reconciliation. So for next week, please bring in an example of an autobiographical or biographical song which you feel tells the story well and does so in a convincing and believable way. You can pick from any of these examples provided or one you found yourself. As a music lover, I really look forward to seeing everybody's songs.